Hello guys, welcome to a new market outlook on my channel where I discuss major currency pairs. And yeah, let's straight dive in. First of all, I will start with the Euro USD. On the daily time frame, you can see that the pair is bullish to the upside with this market structure, this high, this low, and then this high. So I generally look for long trades. And here you can see that we grabbed liquidity under this low and then moved straight up. The only thing is that the order flow is currently bearish because we had a breakout structure up and here the breakout structure down. This means we have a bearish order flow with this supply in control. This means I waited this supply get breaked and then I wait for a pullback and then I can go long. For now, I look into the 4-hour time frame and here you can see I take a trade into this area of supply, taking out this liquidity, so a pullback trade. And now I will see what price will do into this supply zone after grabbing this liquidity. It will tap the supply zone and then I will look for a change of character if maybe price will go way more down and take out all of these liquidity lows here, all of these liquidity lows, or if price go further up, take out this fractal high, and then I will look for long trades. Yeah, that's my game plan for Euro USD. The next one is the NZD USD. Here you can see the daily swing market structure is bearish. Here we have a low, a high, and a low. This is no break to the upside, this is just a liquidity grab, and after this liquidity grab, we had a straight move down. So when we zoom in a little bit, you can see that we still have a bearish order flow with this supply in control. And when we now look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we had a 4-hour fractal structure break. Here the break down and here the break up. So this this demand was in control. Then we had here the break up. So now this demand is in control. So I will look for further long trades, maybe after a pullback into this demand zone, then a 4-hour fractal change of character, and then I will go long because we still need to go into at least the 50% of the range. It don't have to happen, but I will target this to take my trade. So I will look at this high, that this will get taken out, and then a tap into this supply zone. This is my target, at least, that this liquidity gets taken out and the tap into this supply zone. So yeah, I will look at the pullback into the order flow here and then a further move up. The next pair is the GBP/USD. When you look at the daily time frame, you can see that we are daily bearish with this high, this break here down, and now we had the pullback into the supply zone and took out here the liquidity. So I look generally for short trades. When you look at the daily order flow, you can see that we had a break up and this low broke this high. So this supply zone is now in control. After that we went down, up, and again down, broke market structure here again. So now this supply is in control. But when we look at here, we see that the market took out this daily liquidity and after that it moved up higher. So I change into the 4-hour time frame, and here you can see we have a liquidity high situated over here, and here a 4-hour supply zone stacked into the daily supply zone. So my plan is to look at market to take out this liquidity high, then tapping into the supply zone, and then wait for a 4-hour change of character. However, when we again look at the daily time frame, we can see that in the daily time frame we took out the liquidity. So it's not so impossible that this daily liquidity is taken out and then we get a change of character and then we move down. So it can also happen that we go further up and take out this liquidity, maybe tap into this supply zone, and then go down. So I just wait for the confirmation on the lower time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, and look if we get a change of character. If we don't get a change of character, I will just wait until we get one to have the confirmation to short the pair. The next one is the Aussie dollar. We can see, and today we got a little hawkish, so bullish news for the Aussie dollar because the central bank, sounded more hawkish in the speech of the rate decision today. When we look at the daily time frame, we can see that we are swing bullish with this high, this low, this high, and so we have a pullback. And now look for a short trade, for a long trade. When we look here, we can see that we tapped into this demand zone and now moved up again. When we look at the order flow, we can see that this was the daily fractal break. When we look further, we don't see a further fractal break. This means this demand zone is still in control. Eventually, it can be that this demand zone here pushes price a little lower for now, but it's not a that big thing because it's not the current order flow. Because the order flow is here, because the fractal break is here down. So you see at the 4-hour time frame, we had the 4-hour fractal break down and here the 4-hour fractal break up. So the order flow was bullish since we had this 4-hour fractal break, and now we just followed order flow with this break up. So this demand zone was now in control and pushes the price higher. Yeah, so what I'm looking at for now is that we maybe take out these two highs, then wait for a pullback for a 4-hour fractal confirmation and then go long again. Because when we look at the higher swing structure, we can also see that we are, when we draw in the premium versus discount tool, we can see that we are in discount. We was in discount and took out on the 4-hour time frame this liquidity low and tapped into the demand zone. So what my plan is for now, I just follow the order flow, look that we maybe break this internal structure here to the upside and then wait for a pullback and then for the entry model to go long and follow the order flow. The next one is the Euro GBP. As I said in the last market outlook, here I just wait for a pullback because we are on the 4-hour time frame. You can see here we are now bullish because we had this move up, down, up, down, up, down. So this was our swing high. We broke that, and after we broke it, we expect a pullback. Where we expect a pullback at least into the 50% of the range. It doesn't have to happen to go this low, but at least I expect a pullback. When we look at the daily time frame, we can at least expect a pullback into the daily demand zone here and take out these liquidity lows. So I wait for the 4-hour to go down lower, because you can see here also that the daily fractal is bearish with this high, this low, broke this high, and now we got a broke down again. So this supply zone is in control, and we now will look at the 4-hour time frame. I will wait until these lows get taken out, price taps into this demand zone or take out this liquidity, goes a little bit further down, and then I wait for the 4-hour fractal confirmation to go long. Yeah, so here you can also see it's just choppy price action, not moving anywhere. So I just wait that we break out of this range, and then I wait here for more structure to confirm my long bias. The next pair is the USD Swiss franc. On the daily time frame, we can see that we are swing bearish with this high, this low, and now we got a pullback into the 50% of the range. The fractal structure is also bullish, so we got a break down and here the break up. This means that this demand zone is not in control and eventually can push the price higher. So I will not look for shorts at the moment because the order flow is bullish. And we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see it a little more clear. We had this breakdown, here the breakdown, and here the break up. So we are bullish, and now we go a little down, but it can easily happen that we just take out this liquidity low, tap into this demand zone, and then go up again to take out these liquidity highs. So for shorts, I will just wait that we break this low, and then for a pullback, and then for the fractal entry confirmation. Yeah, so just waiting for now until this low got broken, or I get a confirmation after taking this liquidity, tapping into this demand zone, and then get a 4-hour fractal confirmation to go long. The next pair is the GBP AUD. That is a very interesting pair because when you look at the daily time frame, we can see that we are swing bearish. This high, this low, this high, and then this low. So we broke this low, and after this break of the low, we expect a pullback. But when we look at the order flow, we can see that we got a fractal break down here, and this is the fractal high. This means that this supply zone is in control for now. And as you can see here, we got a pullback into this supply zone and then went straight down again, because this is the order flow. This supply zone keep the upside potential limited for the pair, and that's why we got a reaction from this supply zone. And here you can see we got also in this supply zone, we took out this liquidity highs here, or yeah, nearly this liquidity highs. Then we got a bearish fractal change of character, and after this change of character, we just followed order flow. So after this change of character, this supply was in control. Then we got a further breakdown, and this supply was in control. And now we get a further breakdown, and now this supply is in control. So we just follow order flow and look at the continuation trade to follow just the order flow. Maybe when we look at the daily time frame, we can see that here we have a low situated and here a further liquidity low. So I will wait to get out these lows, maybe tap to the yearly open, and then maybe a further move down after taking all of this liquidity and tapping the yearly open. So yeah, for now I think I will just let it further develop, because it's made a move down. Now we had here the break of structure, and now we got the next break of structure. So it maybe will move down a little bit more, take out this liquidity, and then we get a pullback again. Maybe we will long this pullback or wait for a higher probability short after the pullback. Yeah. The next pair is the GBP Swiss franc. On a daily time frame, you can see that we are we are bullish, because we had the breakdown, the break up, the breakdown, the break up, the breakdown, and here the break up with this break, and this is the low and this is the high. So technically we are bullish, but yeah, you see the order flow is strongly into the downside with all of these supplies in control. So it doesn't look very bullish. That's why I would just look for short trades when we look at the 4-hour time frame. You can clearly see the order flow more clear with this high, this low, this high, this low. So we are in a bearish downtrend. And here we got the 4-hour fractal break, here down and here up. So now this demand is in control, and eventually pushes the price higher to take out all of this liquidity and tap into the supply zone and the monthly open. And when we look at the premium versus discount, we can see that the premium would be over there. So I will at least look at a pullback into the premium and take out some liquidity and then take a short trade. The next pair is the Aussie CAD. As I said before, we had bullish news for the Aussie today, and that's why we moved up that high. And when we look at the daily time frame, we can see that we are here the weekly swing is also the daily swing. But when we look at the more intermediate swing structure, we can see that we had here the break of structure up and no real pullback. So that's the pullback. And for the pullback, I expected at least a pullback into the 50% of the range, maybe tapping the support and resistance zone and take out this liquidity which was generated. And then look for the long trades, but we got the bullish news today. And when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we had the bearish order flow and before, because we had the break structure down, up, here down, so this supply was in control. But now we got the break up here. This means that this demand is now in control. So yeah, I would look for a pullback, maybe take out these equal lows in tapping into this demand zone, and then look for a 4-hour change of character to look for further shorts because the 4-hour order flow is now bullish. And yeah, we will look that this high gets taken out, and yeah, just follow the order flow. The next one is the catch APY. As you can see, I drew that trade yesterday in and discussed it a few days before. I will go short after breaking this 4-hour fractal structure because the 4-hour order flow was bullish until here. Now we broke it and now it is bearish and this supply is in control. And we broke it and had a straight move down now. Didn't tap into the supply zone, but that's okay. And now I will look that all of these equal lows get taken out at least. And here I will take some partials and look how the price or the market develops further. And then yeah, target my 1-2 risk to reward, and yeah, let's see how this trade plays out. The next one is the NST Swiss, or the last one I would say. We can clearly see that the swing daily trend is bearish or the order flow on the daily is bearish, and with this supply in control and now this supply in control. So I look at the pullback into the supply to then look for further short trades. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we got a 4-hour fractal break up. Here we have the break down, here the break up, and now we got the second break up. So this demand is now in control, and I will look to follow the order flow and look for a long trade because we also have all of this liquidity open for now and have this supply zone open. So yeah, I will look for a long trade from here. When I look at the 1-hour time frame, we can see that we are order flow for now bearish with this break up, and here we had a breakdown. So now this supply is in control. So I will wait that this high gets broken and then for a little pullback, and then I will look for a long trade to take out all of this liquidity. Yeah, this would be all for today. All the pairs I found interesting, I analyzed technically and fundamentally. I hope you liked it. I hope it helps you a lot. And yeah, comment below what's your opinion on the videos, and see you in the next one.